We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. Now Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The first carry down. This is Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A first down carry here for Johnson. David Johnson, 39 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? You just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Newton now on second down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now Newton on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again is Newton. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Newton now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's not like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Throwing is Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some doubt.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. They'll start by running the option to the right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Gone! Detroit!
On second down, Johnson. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing is Jackson. It's complete to Chris Conley. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got Moncrief. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56.
To throw again, Jackson. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. In for the score. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between...
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up the big points.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. There he goes, left side.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Gano the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it's a second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's Jackson. Screen play. Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Now, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 3rd and long, it's Newton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Jackson. Dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And they can't bring him down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Here we go.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll try the air now with Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier?
David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. 1:57 to go in this 1st half. More from the desert after this. Newton on 1st down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Robert Kimdichie, we've heard about him since high school. How about that total package of power, speed, and agility?
Yeah, he was widely thought of as the best high school product his senior year, wasn't he?
Yeah, and Ole Miss was really happy.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Hassan Reddick coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. This is McCaffrey. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Jones on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. That was going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Jackson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So we've reached half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Starting the 2nd half with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
20.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case,
it's a foot race. He's at the 30. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. Jackson now. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. From his goal line here, Newton. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Detroit! Detroit!
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Newton now to throw. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Again, Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They go play action now. Jackson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but the Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Hassan Reddick in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Dietrich Wise Jr. in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Back to throw, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jones. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
From the end zone, Newton looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. Broken tackle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Throwing is Jackson. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have that happen.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does, is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now Newton. Flushed out right. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. A shotgun snap for Newton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Jones.